Welcome to Peptide Proof, your source for rigorous, independent, evidence-based peptide intelligence. Today, we're looking at the new Throw No 2 Multi-Peptide Eye Cream.
This product just hit the market at a $60 price point, but honestly, what's really fascinating here is the brand's broader strategy. Throne isn't just launching a standalone eye cream, they're aggressively betting their entire product line on peptides. We're talking the THRO1, the THRO2 eye cream, the THRO4, a GHK-Cu facial soap, and even products built around BPC 157. It's incredibly rare to see a brand new company put all of its chips exclusively on peptides right out of the gate like this.
Section 1. Deconstructing the THR002 formula. Let's look objectively at what's actually inside this bottle to see if it can deliver on its promises for puffiness and fine lines.
The formulators have been very deliberate here, essentially dividing the labor of the ingredients. On one side, we've got our neurotransmitter peptides, specifically Argireline and SNAP8, and then tackling drainage and plumping, the formula relies on a combination of GHK-Cu, caffeine, dipeptide-2, and hyaluronic acid. It's a highly structured approach for a single product. So, how do these components actually work on a biological level? Well, Argireline, also known as acetylhexapeptide 8, and SNAP8, or acetyloctapeptide 3, share a remarkably similar mechanism. They essentially mimic relaxation signals to inhibit neurotransmitter release at your nerve endings. That directly targets and softens those stubborn expression lines. You can think of SNAP8 as a longer, more advanced structural version of Argireline, which theoretically gives it higher activity.
While those neurotransmitter peptides go to work on fine lines, the rest of the formula handles the heavy lifting for the other claims. GHK-Cu, which is arguably one of the most thoroughly researched skincare peptides out there, manages cellular signaling and repair. Then you have caffeine to constrict blood vessels and treat that morning puffiness, dipeptide-2 stepping in to aid fluid drainage, and of course hyaluronic acid for that immediate instant skin plumping. It sounds like a fantastic comprehensive approach, right? But jamming all these powerful ingredients into one bottle brings us to a pretty significant hurdle.
Beyond the headlines.
Into the research. Peptide Proof.
Section 2. Formulation and stability risks. Because, as we know, a powerful ingredient list on paper doesn't always translate to an effective product on your skin.
The first major risk we're looking at is what the industry calls conceptual addition. If you aren't familiar, this is the practice of listing expensive, high-profile ingredients on a label, but without actually providing an effective active concentration, usually because of budget constraints. And let's be real, peptide raw materials are very expensive. A $60 retail budget is exceptionally tight for a formula trying to pack in multiple high-quality peptides. So, for a new brand that doesn't quite have a track record at third-party testing yet, the risk of these ingredients being underdosed is absolutely something you need to be aware of.
But beyond the budget, there's a very real chemical conflict happening right inside the bottle. Copper ions, like the ones in GHK-Cu, react really easily with chelating agents. So when you mix them with neurotransmitter peptides, it requires incredibly strict pH stability. If that pH fluctuates even a bit, the peptides degrade and completely lose their activity. This severe stability conflict is exactly why experienced formulators almost never combine copper peptides and neurotransmitter peptides in the exact same product.
Section 3. Final verdict and recommendations. Taking all of this into account, here is where this leaves ingredient-conscious consumers looking at this new launch.
If you're eyeing the Throw 002 eye cream, here are your actionable takeaways. First, check to see if the brand actually makes their peptide concentrations public, just to rule out that conceptual addition we talked about. Second, actively look for independent, third-party reviews. And third, maybe wait for some real consumer data before buying into the hype of a brand new formulation. Ultimately, you just have to ask yourself, are you paying for a truly synergistic skincare solution or just an expensive list of incompatible ingredients? That's all for this episode. Like and comment to receive materials from us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.